Okay, dudes, you are not ready for this. I guarantee this will be a hot take for some people at least. Alright, so here goes nothing. The hot take. Number 5 is...
No spoilers!
Man, I hope I don't get flamed too much by this. I don't want no smoke, okay? I'm sorry.
You want this smoke? Okay, you about to get it.
How's it hanging, dudes and dudettes?
Yo, Fletcher, how's it hanging? Short, shriveled, and always to the left.
My name is Shawn. Everyone here loves Cities Skylines too, so if you do too, and you're new to the channel, and you're looking for regular news, speculations, or breakdowns, or maybe you just want to be a part of a wholesome community of like-minded individuals, then consider subscribing for more videos like this, and join our Discord server to, breathe some life into that. Also, drop a gosh heckin' like so we can keep the algorithm god's favor, please. So, jumping right into the task at hand, we have a top 5 video today, courtesy of Viewer's Choice Video Vote yesterday in the community post thing, majigger, kebab. Okay, so up front, I want to say there is a bit of a hot take somewhere in these top 5 low-key Cities Skylines 2 features that people are sleeping on, and maybe underappreciated on top of that. Top 5 so far anyway, really, because there is still quite a few developer diaries to go. I wonder what you all will think of the hot take, though. Anyway, please leave your top 5 or most low-key sleeper, just one maybe, down below, because for, it helps engagement for one, and for two, I read every comment and reply to pretty much everyone, and I'd love to make this top 5 playlist a common occurrence, and I need your help to do that with ideas for the next one, if we have one, and I hope to do that. If I directly use your comment, I will show it on screen next time for credit, what I'm saying? Also, I'd like to thank you all for voting and being a part of content creation, because that really helps me, know what you guys want to see and what you don't want to see. And don't worry to the other voters, there will be some aspect of the map and climate insight video from yesterday. Not a full breakdown because, well, yeah. That does bring us to our first feature, though, which isn't in any specific order, by the way. Number 1 is climate and time relation. So we know now, thanks to the most recent dev diary about maps and climate, that we'll have like longer day and night cycles, and time span in general is longer than its predecessor, with one full day to night cycle taking 12 hours now to progress one in-game month. Correct me down below if I'm totally wrong about that. But one thing for sure is the first game, Cities Skylines 1, honestly really made absolutely no sense on how time scaled or passed. In addition to a longer time scale depending on your longitude and latitude, it now affects how long or short your day or night to ratio is. This is why it's a low-key sleeper feature. You live far in the north, and then the nights are longer and the days are shorter in the winter months, and so on and so forth for each map's location climate, right? This will add so much immersion that I hope people don't try to turn that off, and I hope they appreciate how much more in-depth that will feel compared to CS1, and I wouldn't even mind a mod to lengthen the time more, you know what I mean? Okay, so speaking of mods, the perfect segue to number 2, Paradox mods. This one's kind of short and sweet, and there's not a whole lot here, but maybe there is. It's kind of a low-key sleeper feature, by definition. Colossal Order has gone on the record saying that they built CS2 with consoles in mind. They have given so much love to console players on CS1 over the years, even with the hardware limitations that it has, right? People have speculated about what this 2-frame shot of the Paradox mod tab on the main menu actually means. The worst cases are people, scared that this means that they are removing mods from the Steam Workshop. While that may be the case to make their own workshop, I don't think so. Steam has created countless hours of replayability for CS1, and that would alienate so many casual builders if you had to switch to a entirely different mod shop. Change is scary, and the devs know that. What I think this means instead is that there will be a Paradox sponsored mod created by one of their partnered modders, that they now will stay stable with every update, these certain mods in this certain tab, and this is a way for them to allow console players to have at least a select few of variations of mods to have access to some other mods, bypassing the need for Steam, while allowing it still to be available for PC users if they prefer that, or mix and match. This is the best case scenario, and they have never said that they would be taking Steam availability away. So this seems like a total win if my speculation is correct, and I really hope it is, right? That would be a big rip if it wasn't. So either way, not speaking about it means there is something there, this little tab, right? So by definition, it's a low-key sleeper. Also, another creator who has no clue I'm shouting them out right now deserves a sub from you guys, especially if you are a console player, as this guy, Cities by Console, has been crushing content related for console players recently, so go check him out. Number 3, car wrecks. You know, I don't need to spend a lot of time here. It's easily top 5 low-key sleeper. Many people just stop talking about it after, you know, the initial release of it and the wow factor. But there is so much potential, just like with the poop dams from CS1. I wonder how far people, you know, will go with deteriorating their roads and backing up car pileups just for evil fun, right? In fact, on one of the Cities Skylines 2.5 podcasts, we had a guest by the name of Cities by Diana, and we talk about this exact thing.
Roll it.
You're ready for? What's your most, you know, what would you be doing jazz hands about?
Traffic accidents. Those are going to be hilarious. I can't wait to see like who can make the biggest car wreck. Just saying, it's like that part's going to be. Once I saw that, I was like, done. Just done.
Yeah. You know, I was telling my my wife the other day that you know, in City Skylines 1 they have these, like, everybody makes these poop volcanoes, these poop dams, you know, try to power the city by the power of poop, you know, and like that's such like a common trope in City Skylines 1. I guarantee you, tell my wife this, that there's going to be multiple people trying to back up their city as much as they can with just leaving wrecks, seeing how bad, you know, how bad it could possibly get.
Yes, car accidents are definitely the new poop.
For sure. So yeah, I'll save you guys the detail on how the road maintenance upkeeps the roads, which lessens crashes, because I've covered it in several videos at this point, and everybody knows about it. And there's a whole heckin' gosh darn dev diary about it. I personally love car wrecks, you know, and people need to start talking about it more. I can't wait for the memes about pile-ups when the game comes out. Oh my god. Anyway, okay, moving on. Hey, editor Shawn here. I just wanted to interject and say that the hot take is coming up. First, let's just get past, you know, number 4, which is pretty important. And I do think this might be my biggest, highest editedest video to date. So, you know, hey, smack a like for that. You know what I mean? If you haven't yet. All right, I'm out of here. Okay, number 4, import-export and intercity trade. This one is for real the best thing about this game. Other games have allowed trade between cities, and now this is like a natural progression. The new feature people expected, you know, right? But understand that, you know, the low-key sleeper ability that it has. You see this, the intercity trade coupled with unlimited money means that you can have a realistic economy even if you have unlimited money. You can set up and import and export everything essentially free of charge to you, and you can build to your heart's content and take your time learning each new milestone and play around with the money running right in the background like it should with your developer point systems while not having to be constrained by lack of resources, conveniences, or other essentials. You're kind of free to just build at your heart's content while also learning all the mechanics without having them completely irrelevant. You know, or you can choose to import as little as possible and keep your money on, you know, the little slot, and then create the ultimate city builder challenge, you know, all due to this new feature. Like, you could really crank up the difficulty. So importing and exporting is such a sleeper. People don't understand just how utilized it's going to be. Like, if you're really hurting and down on luck on some resources, you're going to be importing them, and that has nothing to do with making the game easier or harder. You know what I mean? It's going to be such an integral part, and people really need to understand how it's going to affect their gameplay. Okay, dudes, you are not ready for this. I guarantee this will be a hot take for some people at least. All right, so here goes nothing. The hot take. Number 5 is game support longevity. Man, I hope I don't get flamed too much by this. I don't want no smoke, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, look, I know what you're about to say. But Shawn, this game will bleed us dry. Well, to that I'd say you don't have to buy anything or everything, right? You can buy a little bit here and there. Maybe, you know, not to the casual builder, but to those of us diehard fans know that this type of support from the developers, this is what this game is known for. Long-term, constant support. The game, as we see it, which is miles ahead of its predecessor already, will look like a totally new game in 5 to 8 years. Colossal Order is known because of their small team to add on updates and DLC almost monthly, none of which is really essential to play and can be picked up and choosing at your personal preference. I know that many people feel that they are, just stringing out our pockets along, but this really isn't the case. Look at any game that still has hundreds of thousands to millions of monthly players. That is as old as CS1. You will see that they have had many updates and DLCs and expansions and add-ons along the way. Look at Fortnite, for example. There are more people playing other things, other styles of games inside of that game than are playing Battle Royale right now, which that game was founded upon and skyrocketed its popularity. It has evolved into a thing of its own. For example, look at GTA Online. The different updates over the years have kept this game going, as opposed to Red Dead Redemption 2, which was from the same developer, Rockstar Games, and has a huge IP behind it, right? But it stopped getting regular support, and the player base just dropped off. Now, I know those are different genres of games, but support for games goes beyond genre. Cities Skylines 2 will be played for years to come, and it's because of their game support longevity. And you don't have to buy it all or any of it, but you have to admit that this game would die in a year or two if what we got at launch was all we was ever going to get. And so next time, remember that if you look at the Steam page in a year or two and you get upset by how much you have to buy because you missed the Ultimate Edition, or instead of what you should buy or can buy, with the expansion pass, now I think we will get so much content on the regular, and I'm here for it. I wonder if there's going to be seasons for this expansion pass, if there's going to be just seasonal passes. Like there's so many possibilities they can do to just add different content and just make it affordable and cheap for everybody and just grow the game over the years. I'm so excited for that, and it truly is the low-key sleeper feature that people might not like me for. I think most hardcore fans will understand where I'm coming from. This is just my opinion, so don't hate me. Alright, that was our top 5 low-key sleeper features. How about that hot take, huh? If you're seeing the edit slow down now, then you've made it to the end, my friend. Thank you for that. YouTube watch time can kill a channel, and you guys are making sure that I stay thriving. Y'all are goated, and I don't show my appreciation enough. And I'm serious about leaving your top 5 or at least one good one down below. I could use your help for the next one if this series continues to do well, and we could carry it over into other areas when the game comes out, right? So top 5 techniques type stuff like that, or any top 5 really. Also, if you watch this far, then consider becoming a member, as I just posted a members only Skylines build, which continues our series, and this is the only way to see some of these gaps in the buildings from the main channel, so if you're not partial to my builds, then you can join for some of the rants that I have, because you won't be able to hear those on the main page about how I really feel sometimes, right? So one last thing, the intro I used was like the Colossal Order, the one like they used for their Cities Skylines 2 dev diaries and stuff. Did you notice that it wasn't theirs that I used, right? Well, a subscriber sent a chroma keyed version of that same intro, so I'll put their link in the description. I think I'll use it from time to time. Join members, like and subscribe, or don't, stay a casual lurker. Either way, I still love you guys, and until next time, piss off.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I've been to the motherfucking mountaintop.